Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us here today. We've got something very special here in Winder, Georgia, at Aikens Ford and Wild Willie's. America, lifted limo, light rack. That is unbelievable.
I mean, I want to shed a tear right now. First things first, gotta make sure she starts. Fingers crossed. Like a boss, baby! We are en route to get the lifted limo done today. The old pizza box we used as a window is still back there too.
Didn't really do his job.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty amazed that it actually made it to where we're going. We're at Aikens Ford. It's a Ford dealership, but they also have a section of their branch that does like tricks out trucks, does lifts, brush guards, like all the custom stuff. And we are here trying to find Wild Willie's because we're getting a lift on this bad boy today.
Is there not limo parking?
There's no extended parking. Ta-da! So we're here at Wild Willie's with Neil Shepard, and Neil called me. This is kind of funny. He's friends with a buddy of ours, and I was joking with Drew. I was like, we should definitely lift the limo. I was like making calls to figure out who could possibly do it.
I thought this thing was going in the quarry, and that it escalated quickly. It went from like just plunging it to never see it again, and now we're getting a total
if we
makeover lift.
If we hit 500,000 subs by the end of the year, it may still go in. But this is honestly turning into one of my most prized possessions at this point too, though. So Neil called me and is like, hey, you know, I know Tristan, Yappy Twanton, if you know him, he's like, y'all have some work done you want on your trucks, like, you know, we do custom all this everything, like we can trick your truck out. And I was like, I don't really need too much on my truck, but bear with me. How about a limo? And he was like,
work on them all the time. 93 Lincolns.
They
specialty.
specialize in lifting limos.
Definitely.
It's not that we couldn't use some work on our trucks.
Right.
It's just that this is a priority.
This is priority, yeah, A1.
No. That's what's going on there?
That's gonna look so absurd.
Oh my god.
That's it right there.
That's incredible. This is gonna be epic.
That's right.
If there's a torch coming out, I'm gonna get in on that. What I totally expect to happen for this thing is they lift it up in the middle and it just like folds like a tortilla. Just crumbles. I'll start with what I can think of right now. So she's died on us multiple times. I think the alternator's bad.
Okay.
That's like probably the biggest thing. The sunroof leaks horribly.
Would never guess why.
The driver's side door doesn't close all the way. That also leaks. None of the windows work. The AC doesn't work. What else am I missing?
It doesn't look like there's a whole lot.
So I was told the previous owners drilled holes in the bottom so that the beer would leak as they spilled it. I'm dead serious. So there, you'll probably find them.
See, yeah, there's some
really?
holes right there. Yeah, it's got rubber. Yeah, it's kind of like a grommet in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Man, that kind of sounds like a crime if you're spilling that much beer.
Structurally, how's she look to you?
Looks pretty good. There's not any like crazy rust or anything. I mean, there's like your typical stuff.
There's
But-
some mud from when I was doing donuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I see the mud already. Already been having some fun. See that?
It's not as in
Yeah.
bad shape as I thought it would be. honestly.
Yeah. It smells worse than it looks.
Oh, it smells horrible. I guess we'll wait on your phone call. I don't know if it'll probably take a few days, I'm sure.
It will. So
But-
thanks for trusting us with this, and we'll take
If
good
you totally
care.
screw it up, it's not that big of a deal. So
Okay, all right.
it's not that big of a loss, but
Right.
We'll
anyways,
just have to
we'll
find another 93 Lincoln.
yeah.
I can assure you they're everywhere.
So we'll wait for the call and come back here in a few days and see what she looks like.
That's right. It's gonna be awesome.
Doing. We're back. It's been a couple weeks. It's been like 3 weeks actually. I got married since we dropped the limo off, so lots happened. And Lee actually drove a separate truck because he might have the COVIDs. So we're gonna have to probably gonna wear masks when we're picking this thing up. But I'm pretty stoked to see this thing. We haven't seen any pictures of it yet, so I don't know what all they did to it besides put the giant tires on it. But we are here and we're about to see her.
I'm like, dude, they have it on the rock.
Already?
They have it on the freaking giant inclined rock. I did a double take. I was like, it's literally, dude, it's on the rock.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, you see her?
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
put
they
a
put
light
lights on
bar
it.
on it.
No
They
way.
put a freaking light bar on it. Dude,
And a roof rack.
look, America, lifted limo, light rack. This is my climax. Oh my gosh. That is unbelievable. Look, there's people that are like, what in the world? They're like, you see what I'm seeing? Look at that thing. Oh my
Look at that
god.
suspension flex.
That's what I'm saying. This is unbelievable. America. Now I want to shed a tear right now. This is who would have thought? You see that flex in there? I'm really turned on right now. Massive American flag waving in the background. If a bald eagle flew over right now. Did you see this? I know, what do you think? Happiest day of my life. Dreams come true. They really do. Okay, well. So what all did y'all put on here?
All right, so basically what we started off with first was kind of a basic 6-inch kit that was actually meant for doing donk vehicles, like, you know, big rims and stuff
Oh,
that
yeah.
you see in A-Town and stuff. So we started off with a basic 6-inch kit with there, and of course nothing about this was basic from there on out. So then what we had to do is we then fit it with some American Racing wheels, 33-inch Nitto NT tires, and we had to take that 6-inch kit and then kind of tweak it and put our own spin to it to actually make it all work. The front had to kind of do a little bit of sway bar modifications. Actually had to do a lot of frame modifications. Had to cut, weld, forge, heat it up, hammer it back to get some steering clearance in it. And then in the back, what they
So
said,
you like custom made a lot of the stuff.
yeah, or custom fitted a lot of the stuff of the car. I had to kind of make the car work around the kit rather than change the kit up for
And
that.
then y'all put F-250 shocks in the back.
Yep, actually fit in the back with F-250 shocks
I
and
freaking
springs.
love it. I freaking love it.
Yeah, because what they said wouldn't handle the weight of the car. You know, it was meant for smaller stuff, and with the limo, had to put some truck parts on it to do truck stuff. So
I love it.
So yeah, that's kind of like I said. Then once we saw it up in the air, we're like, man, we got to spice it up with something else. So then threw the roof rack on it.
Rack.
Yeah, put some lights up on there, and you know, shining out on them steer.
It brought it all together. The roof rack.
That's
seriously.
that's what the vision was. So I think it could use a few more things, maybe for something in the future.
So that's what we're curious about is. You guys need to give us some comments of what's the next step. This was like phase 1 was painting it. Actually, I guess phase 1 was acquiring it. Phase 2 is painting it. Phase 3 was lifting it. So phase 4, kind of leaning on you guys. Let us know what needs to be done. I'm kind of actually very curious to hear y'all's suggestions on what we should do. Interior, exterior, I mean, I don't know.
Sound system, go
Sound
higher,
system.
body lift. I mean, sky's the limit.
But I mean, seriously, like, huge thank you to you guys. Y'all were literally the dream team for this job. So if you're out there, you're looking for a truck, come into Winder, get your truck. Obviously, if they could lift and trick out a limo, they could do whatever you need on your truck. So show them some love. They showed us some mad love. And really thankful for you guys for sure. So,
Sure, man.
come check them out. She's got too much grip. I can't do donuts anymore. Oh my God. Oh no!
The roof is falling in.
We're gonna need to fix that. I think we're gonna take this bad boy hunting. That's the plan. We're headed to Alabama. Gonna go kill some deer out of this thing. Y'all got it perfect shooting height now.
Honestly, we could probably do like a pop-up blind on top of it now.
Yeah, if you
There you go.
I mean, hey, seriously, leave us some comments of like what the next phase is, what y'all, give us some ideas, because like our wheels are turning on this thing, no pun intended, on like what to do next, because it's not a finished project. There's more to come for her, but seriously, if you guys are in Georgia in the Southeast at all, y'all come down to Winder and check out Aikens. Like, this place is unbelievable, and y'all are some of the best dudes. Y'all like literally went above and beyond. You even made it not smell like a
Right.
1940s retirement home
Definitely
anymore.
had an odor to it for sure.
Wild Willie's is their custom parts area. They are tricking out trucks, so even if you have a truck out there and you just want some cool stuff done to it, if they can trick out a limo, I'm pretty sure they can do some cool stuff to your truck. So be sure, if you're in this area, come support these guys. They're supporting us big time, and we really appreciate it. Show them some love.
We've got great resources to do wild stuff. It's in our name, but we do a lot of cool custom packages to new trucks too. So just check us out, guys, and we want to do some more stuff to this limo, so please let them know
Leave us some ideas.
what to do next, because we need some help on that, but we're ready.
Wild Willie's has a YouTube channel. We'll put the link in the description of this video, so check their channel out. They're doing some pretty cool stuff.
No doubt.
Prime conditions for the limo. This is actually when she excels in treacherous conditions. We're headed to Alabama, putting the limo to the test today. It's gonna be fun. We are here at a buddy's farm in South Alabama, and it's a lot of ag fields. He called me the other day and basically gave us an invite to come out here and do some doe management. They got a bunch of deer. It's big fields, and not all these fields have like stands or shooting houses on them, so thought it was the right time to essentially pull these up, pull the ground blind or the limo up to a field edge, brush it in, see what happens, see if we can actually be effective hunting out of the limo, and then pull it out, move to the next field the next morning, hunt a different field the evening. So a lot of fields out here, a lot of deer, and we're gonna have some fun with it. This is gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, this could be a total botch, or this could work perfectly. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't smell good.
Pile on in, fellers. We got Harris and we got Miller. They're gonna come with us to make sure that we navigate the farm correctly and don't get lost.
I'm slightly concerned that the deer are gonna smell this thing from like a mile away.
We're
Either
downwind actually.
Either that, or they're gonna be like curious of this new smell.
Come closer.
That's I'm certain they've never smelled like a nursing home / grandma before.
It could be like a
Strolling through
nose
the woods.
jammer,
Yeah,
you know?
it could be.
Just jams their nose. They have no idea what's going on. I guarantee you they've never smelled it before. All right, we are en route to the blind, field, stand, whatever we're calling this thing. telling you right now, it's going to disappear when we're done with it. These are our 2 shooting lanes. The wind's blowing in our face. Going back that way. I think this might work. I mean, this thing's slowly disappearing. I don't know how logistically it's gonna work inside too, with 2 guys out the window, 1 guy filming, and I don't know. But let's get in and get settled.
We don't have a whole lot to base our judgment off of.
No.
Not something that we've have a whole lot of experience with. Finally just kind of got settled. I wouldn't really say we're settled, but as settled as one can be in a limo in the woods. We just had our first deer come out. It was like a young 6-pointer. For a second we thought it might be one of the gold bugs. There's like 4 gold bugs out here that they want us to shoot. We got about an hour and a half left until dark. And we actually have 4 fields like on all 4 corners of us that we can kind of see. And there should be a pile of does coming out here in the next hour. I got my spotter up in the front seat. Yeah, thanks, man. Let's just wait. Let's just wait a second. See what happens. There's my doe. That's an all year. Just the bear deer that walked out of the box. Yeah. See that 6-point? Yeah. I mean, they keep moving, so it's kind of difficult. I'm not good now. Let's shoot the one that's down there.
Definitely got mine. Dude. When I talk, I think we're gonna sit tight because we still got what, 30 minutes? 20 minutes? These deer came down this road probably 10 yards from the limo, and they had no idea. At the end, that one was getting really sketchy looking at us, but I mean, look at that thing. So this was sit 1. I think the plan now is to recover. Drew dropped his, mine ran in the woods, get those 2 does, and then we're gonna save all this brush, probably throw it on top and reset for the morning, get it set, brushed in on the edge of a field, similar setup, and then slip in the morning. It's morning 2 of the limo hunt, and we're set up on a long, narrow field. That's probably 600-700 yards to the back of it, and there's a 20-acre patch of clear cut right here, and these deer are coming into it at night. And then over here is a massive pine thicket, a lot of bedding areas. So these deer are coming across, basically going back to bed in the mornings. This long field is where we're going to catch them crossing. Brushed the blind in last night, and feeling pretty confident about this morning. There was a couple deer in the field when we walked in that we saw run off, so I'm sure there's gonna be more coming. We just saw like something black in the back of the field, didn't know what it was, but there's a bunch of turkeys that were roosted right here, and they just flew down in the field. And you hear them talking to each other. Tell me that's not brushed in pretty good. We're climbing in for our afternoon sit, and I probably want to take this opportunity to say there's gonna be questions asked of like, is this even legal? I actually made a lot of phone calls to several different game wardens, confirmed from several different sources that what we're doing is 100% legal. It's not something we obviously normally do or have ever done, but it was a fun thing for us to do with the limo. And as long as the car is off of a main road and completely turned off, it's essentially a ground blind. And so
Main road being like a
paved road, yeah.
Not even this wouldn't. Even
no, this wouldn't even consider it. But
it honestly is no different than someone having like a pop-up blind like on a trailer, which a lot of people do.
We've seen ground blinds out here that stick out way more than what this thing looks like right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's legit. Like I'm really surprised at how legit it is.
We haven't had a single deer even look at it and second guess it.
No. So let's get tucked in. I think they're about to come out in this field hopefully in the next little bit here. Drew and I are gonna switch. We got like an hour left of daylight. There's definitely gonna be more deer coming. This is the best place to shoot. I would crawl up here.
Oh, it smells like farts back here. We just had 5 does walk out. We got more coming from the left too. There's at least 2 shooters in that group, but they're at like 400 yards right now, so might give it a couple minutes. If they start working this way, we'll wait. If not, they're running. We'll take a shot. Okay, ready? Yeah, you'll just be as still as you possibly can.
Yeah, I'll be real still. There's another one.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's already out. Ready?
Did you hear the impact?
2 down. I was watching those 2 bigger does for like 3 or 4 minutes trying to shoot, but that little spike kept pushing them all around. They wouldn't stand still. And then by far the biggest one we've seen all night came out of the woods to the right. And I just shot her. She dropped right in her tracks.
Oh man, dude, my adrenaline's pumping. I might have to bring the old rifle out more often. A little firepower ain't so bad. There's the first one.
Oh wait,
That would have been entry. The other side is exit.
Yeah.
So there's a high shoulder. When you really get out here and look at it, it's so far. I mean, that's like 400 yards.
A little bit different than urban bow hunting.
Yeah, we're normally used to like really tight confined places. This is just like, I mean, rural Alabama, massive ag field. That's a big doe. It's literally the exact same.
Yeah.
All right, got 2 deer down. Drew's was a poke, dude. That was like 400 yards. That was impressive. But got both of them down. We're gonna go get the limo, pull it off the brush on top of it, or pull off the brush off of it, load it up on top, load the deer up, get back to the house, get to cleaning them, get them in the deer cooler up there, and then I guess we're gonna relocate the limo for one last hunt in the morning. before we hightail it on back to Georgia. So. Might be a little tougher than your doe last night. Sure about this one? Ready? Like a charm. I would say that, I don't know, it's been an interesting experience so far doing this in the limo. And I would like to reiterate again, like, we did extensive research on making sure that this was 100% legal. We spoke to like several game wardens just to make sure that we're 100% by the book on everything that we're doing. And again, it was off of a road, limo completely turned off, and essentially it's just deemed as a ground blind at that point. But I know that you know, some people might say like, oh, well, we're condoning hunting from a vehicle. That's not the case. Like, we are not by any means condoning anybody to go out there and actually hunt from vehicles. This was just something fun for us to do. We painted the limo and we kind of didn't really know like where to go with it or really what to do with it. Honestly, it was just kind of something funny and cool that we had that has kind of become a mascot for us. And so we got a lot of positive feedback from you guys. And so this was something that, lifting it in camo, that we wanted to do. And it's been an interesting experience. This is definitely not something that we normally do or will continue to do, but just kind of a one-off type thing, just to have some fun. I mean, it's honestly pretty rare that like all three of us have actually got to sit and hunt together. We never really get to do that, and so that's what's probably been the coolest part about it, is that we've been able to like sit together and kind of enjoy the hunts. I mean, I think spending time with each other and sharing those moments is really what it's all about anyways. So that's something that we really don't get to experience much anymore, and that I've really enjoyed from it. But
at the end of the day, they needed does killed out here because there's
Yes.
a ton. We probably saw 40 tonight, and these are going to get donated.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a win-win.
That's the
We had a
thing.
Good time.
That really is the thing too, is like it actually did make sense to do it out here. Not all these there's so many fields out here that they have that not all of them are really set up with shooting houses and stands and things like that. And so I didn't really think about brushing it in as well as we did, but throwing it up on top, that's just something we developed on the fly, and it's actually worked, and it's been pretty effective to hunt different places. And all three of us get into a limo, and especially get to hang out with Harris and Miller, the landowner's sons, and spend some time with them, just goofing off and having fun. And so that's all I got. I mean, that's it.
We're in the morning.
Yeah, I think that we're leaving in the morning. I mean, we can make the choice to hunt again. I think that what went in Rome. But we're definitely heading back to Atlanta tomorrow, and have a plan to donate these deer on the way back as well.
So we're coming back in from lunch, and we're gonna try and sneak in and get these deer not to see us.
It's perfect.